Hello, my dears. It's Katie, and I'm here today to talk about my Make Your Myth Taker TBR. For those of you who don't know what Make Your Myth Taker is, it's a month-long readathon that spans the entirety of June, and the basic premise of it is you create a character or you take a character from a series or something that you really enjoy, and you follow that path. You read the prompts and follow that path, and basically achieve that character. And I'm so excited to do this. When I saw the announcement, I was like immediately, yes, I am doing this. To what am I going to pick? Because I want to do all of them. But then I finally sat down and I decided to go on start on the assassin path and then transfer over to the royal spy path. And my character is heavily based on Fitzchivalry Farseer from the Realm of the Elderlings. Because, do you know me? Like, that was always going to be a thing that was going to happen. I seriously considered doing some other paths, but I'm like, you know what? Fitz is just calling to me. And I have a lot of books that fit this the prompts. So we're just gonna do that. So I am poorly dressed as Fitz, and I have my wolf companion with me. If you guys have read the books, you know who this is. If you haven't, I'm not spoiling the name for you because you need to earn that yourself. But this is baby version of said wolf, and I love it. So without further ado, let me show you my spread briefly, and then I will talk about the books and the prompts that I'll be reading. So as you can see, this is the spread. I had the two paths because I wasn't sure if I was going to try and go for both of them, but ultimately I just decided to go from assassin and then at the crossover stage, crossover into the royal spy aspect. And then here is my cutout of my Fitz character. I will be putting up a better picture on screen because you can't necessarily probably see that very well. But I'm very proud about how it turned out. It took me a long time to create it. But anyway, let's just jump into the prompts because I'm really excited for this. So starting in the assassin category, the first prompt I have to do is to read a friend pick. And this is perfect because I already have my Friends Choose My TBR 2020 edition. So I just ended up picking a book from those recommendations that I thought would fit for Fitz's life, and ultimately decided to go with Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa because it features animals in some way, shape, or form. And for those of you who don't know, Fitz has a very, very deep affinity for animals. One of the magic systems in the book that Fitz has deals with animals, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna make this be a thing. So I'm really excited to finally get to that book. It sounds really interesting, and I'm really, really looking forward to picking it up. Now, the second prompt that I have to fulfill for the assassin character path is to read a book with a dark cover. And for this prompt, I am going with The Letters of J.R.R. Tolkien by J.R.R. Tolkien. And for those of you who've read Realm of the Elderlings, you know that letters feature heavily in all of the books, but in particular, certain books. And I am mostly thinking of like the Fitz and the Fool trilogy, so the last leg. If you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. But I've been wanting to read Tolkien's letters for so long, and I know they're going to make me emotional, just like the ones in ROTE have, and I'm ready for that. But it also has a dark cover, so great. Then the third path, and this is where the crossover aspect happens, is to pick a secret book. And basically all that means I just can't tell you what the name of that book is. However, I'm going to show it to you because, one, I don't have a dust jacket, and then you'll just have a better feeling as to what I'm reading. And it's this lovely little book right here. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. I'm not going to tell you the genre, the title, anything about it, but this right here is going to be the book that I read for the secret book. Because assassins and spies are a little bit stealthy and they have to keep secrets. You guys can probably guess, Fitz also has secrets, in theory, given his profession and whatnot. But if you guys have read the series, once I reveal this in my wrap up or whatever I choose to do, you guys will ultimately be like, oh yeah, that definitely fits. So this, I can definitively tell you that this does fit with Fitz's life, particularly in Tawny Man and the Fitz and the Fool trilogy. So not, well, actually no, all of them in certain aspects. So definitely looking forward to getting to this one. And then I will continue on the royal spy path, and the last prompt I have to read for that is to read an Underhyped book. And for this, I toyed with a couple of different things, but ultimately I decided to go with Age of Assassins, which I found to be very apt because Fitz is an assassin. And the premise of the book sounds like something that could fit within the ROT world. It's more about assassins that, well, it's about a courtly assassin, but in this certain instance, they have to save a life rather than take one. And there are a lot of choices that go into that, and Fitz also has a lot of issue with making those kinds of decisions within the series as well. So honestly, I haven't heard too many people talk about it, and it just seems like it should be something that a lot of people on BookTube, particularly fantasy people, would like. But I've only heard like a handful of people talk about it. So yeah, those are all of the prompts that I have to complete, because you only need to read 4 books in order to satisfy everything. And I'm really excited to get to all of them. And I'm really excited to achieve Fitz Chivalry Farseer status. That poor boy. Oh my god. So anyway, let me know down below if any of you are participating in this readathon and what your path is going to be, and what you're planning on reading. I'd love to know. And also let me know down below if you've read any of these or if you're planning on reading any of them. I'd love to know that as well. But other than that, I hope you're all doing well in this crazy and chaotic time. And I will catch you later in another video for you guys again soon. Bye!